Hello, this is Scott here with another unprofessional video. This is actually our second take because we opened the wrong box. Um, but yes, I am here with my son Noah, and he is going to help me out with this. Unfortunately, Taylor is unavailable. She's busy doing other things, helping her mother get back to school and whatnot. But she'll be back with a video on camera. But my wonderful son here has offered to help me do this. Maybe get a little insight on what we unbox here, as long as he doesn't get seen on camera. Because what, you're wanted in 3 states or 4? I forget. So yes, my son Noah here. He's one of the reasons why I got back into my midlife crisis. I mean, hobby, right?
Yeah.
Hobby. And you are a veteran of several gaming conventions. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Amongst other things, and you've played several games. So you've got some insight into this. And I've been told to minimize my ums. So from people and also your mother. So if I do too much, give me a sign.
Okay.
Not that sign. Anyways, so speaking of midlife crisis, this is something that I picked up at an auction. And through much, well, not too much trepidation, won it. But this will be something that you actually will end up knowing a bit about, if I'm not mistaken what this might be, because a while ago you did a book report
Oh yeah.
on something that has to do with this. So here we are. We bring this out and move this aside. And there we have the Menzoberranzan Box Set for 2nd edition. What do you know about Menzoberranzan?
It's the place where all the dark elves live.
Okay.
It's underground.
And it's famous because of why?
I forgot.
You just did the book report like a year ago.
I know, but it's famous for a lot of different things.
No, but who made it famous, I guess is what I'm saying.
Dritz Dorn.
Right, exactly. And the book that you read takes place primarily mostly in here, right?
Uh-huh.
It was the first book of the original trilogy that you did?
The original trilogy.
Okay, so, and one of the things that you did for your report was a map of the city, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
correct? Excellent. So some of this stuff may be familiar to you, so a little bit of information on this. This is something that my friends and I used when we were playing in our preteens and teenage years. And, oh, there's that again. But we never really did much with it because there was another thing that I thought we were opening up, which was the Spelljammer box set, which was the last thing that my friends and I played, believe it or not. Spelljammer was the nail in the coffin of our role-playing game career, so to speak, because, I don't know, there was just something about that we did not like, and plus we were getting older, we were discovering certain things like girls, cars, we were getting our licenses, and just, we moved on to other awesome things. But anyways, let's take a little quick look in here. You want to help me pull some of this stuff out?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the most important thing of any box set that TSR ever makes. Turn it around and kind of throw it back into the camera. Okay, that is an ad for Genie. You can go online with this and actually surf something called the internet. Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, forget this stuff. This is way more interesting. Genie was only $4.95 a month. Do you realize that? And let's see. You can shop and save a bundle if you bought it at over 30 stores like JCPenney's or Sears. What else did this do? Let's see. I have no idea. Amazing. Wow, this brings me back. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, midlife crisis. So, go ahead. So what do we got here first? We have, well, this has obviously been used, so Book 3, The Adventure. The Adventure in Menzoberranzan, and who is that on the cover, do you think?
That looks like Dritz. Because it has, like, the cat next to him.
And do you remember the cat's name? I know.
It was something, like, really long and complicated.
You can pronounce it. Go ahead and give it a try.
I can't remember what it was called. It was, like... Durgurdurgurdur.
Close. There was a G in front of that. Gurdur. So, yes. So this has, obviously you think this would probably be an adventure that takes place in Menzoberranzan. As mentioned, we had this when we were younger, but we never really utilized it much. So, next thing we got, go ahead and pull that out and flip it over if you'd like. And what do we have there?
Menzoberranzan.
Book 2, The Houses. So how many houses were in Menzoberranzan? Do you remember?
Too many.
Way too many. What's one of the houses?
There's Doerden.
That's cheating.
There's another one where, like, the other guy came from, where Dritz 2 came from, like the rogue with the eye patch and the hat.
Did you call him Dritz too?
Yeah.
So he was Dritz from an alternate universe because he had the eye patch or something?
Yeah.
Evil Dritz?
Yeah, it's evil twin.
Right. Yeah, but that was what was special about that house, do you remember? It was because they were what? If I remember the story correctly, they were escaped males, right?
Yeah.
And they kind of, but they were respected because of Dritz too.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So next one we have Book 1, The City. So, and what city do you think they're talking about?
Waterdeep.
Exactly. Exactly. So there's an extensive amount of information. This is almost like a Waterdeep gazetteer, right? But obviously it's going to go over several things within the city. I'm sure that there's a map in here that we could use to reference this, but why do it in order? Here we are. So you probably find now. Did they? I forget. It's been a while since I read the book, but did they mention any other warring cities or cities nearby, or did it focus?
It's focused on Menzoberranzan.
Okay. Now there's something familiar. I believe that's very similar to the map that you.
Yeah, that's the map I based my map off of.
Mm-hmm. So there's going to be some descriptions of the different neighborhoods and different areas of Menzoberranzan, and if we're not pronouncing it the way you do, what can they do, Noah? What?
I don't know.
Send a complaint to your email address. Hey, you can see the email address in the comments. I've turned the comments off. So, and a lot of the things that was included with this, a lot of the second edition box sets, of course, that they would give specialty spells that pertain to the area that it was focused upon, and like anything else, that what do you think was the key theme for a lot of spells with the Drown the Menzoberranzan?
Spooky.
No, close. It starts with an S.
Super spooky.
No, that's two S's. What?
Spiders.
Exactly. Did you see spiders right there?
I saw the spider right here.
Perfect. Yes. So there's a lot of spider stuff, and a good thing is we've never tried second edition, have we?
Yeah, we haven't tried it before.
Okay, so spells kind of, rather than create totally different spells, there would be things like improve spider climb. So instead of spider climb going up, the spell kind of growing with you as you level up as a wizard, there'd be different iterations of the spell that would be better, that you would cast at a higher level. So, and of course, improve spider climb would probably do what?
Make you spider climb more.
Exactly. These guys in second edition were geniuses. And so what would you do if you were going to improve on spider climb?
More legs.
No, I mean, what would you call it? So there's spider climb, improve spider climb, and then what?
Best spider climb.
Exactly. You should be writing for WotC. I think there's a career for it. Well, maybe not. So also there was additional monsters, specific monsters that probably weren't in the existing monster manual. Second edition was known, just real quick side note, the monster manual wasn't a book. It was a 3-ring binder And you would, rather than buy extra books, you would buy little inserts to put in a 3-ring binder to grow your monster manual.
Ooh.
And how well do you think those held up over the years?
Not good at all.
Exactly. It was a horrible idea, but still. So, but things like this you really can use, but they would be like that. There would be holes on them. You would pop them in there. I believe they went through 2 iterations before everyone just said, holy crap. What were you thinking? Everything's falling out. I've turned the page twice and it's torn. Subterranean lizard, foul wings. These are things that you may know in 5e, but some of these things were probably referenced in the book that you read, if I'm not mistaken. So next, looks like we have, what? Ooh, a bunch of handouts. So we'll just kind of flip through these quickly. Okay, quiz time. Who do you think this is?
Dritz number 3.
No, but my word, I have no idea who this is either. Pronounce that name.
Marcacarius Milithor.
Right. Where do you think he's from? Chicago. All right. So yes, this is another thing that second edition box sets did a lot of. There was, in addition to the booklets, there was handouts. And you've probably seen other handouts with games like Call of Cthulhu and whatnot, but little information things that kind of helped you, better immerse your players in the game. So I have no idea who any of these are. Torillian Milithor. Huh. I think he's hiding something in his pants. Don't tell your mother I told you that joke. She'll kill me. Yeah, so... Okay, Narcilia, that sounds familiar. Ooh. Sad Man is sad.
He's very sad.
Well, with a name like Cordus, you have to be sad. Okay, so we have Loungy McLounge Chair. Matron Mother. Let's see here. And we have, she looks like she's a good dancer. And it looks like we have some handouts for Battle Maze 2, Battle Maze 1. So this probably pertains to the adventure, don't you think? Yeah. And other things. And I'm probably going through this way too quickly. But like I said, this is an unprofessional video, right? House Milithor Dwelling. And other options. So, now we come to the fun part. Here we have the collected essays of Dritz Sto-Erden. We absolutely loved these things when we were teenagers. There's nothing that we wanted to do more than read a bunch of stories rather than play a game. So we would eat these things up. Do you believe that?
Kind of.
No. So, let's see, what was this? The Dwelling of House Sto-Erden. So, it looks like it's a mixture of game materials because I see statistics in here. So I may have misread this. But it would be just additional information. Oh, there we go. That's right. Dritz 2's name. No, wait, no. Zachnafane. That wasn't Dritz 2. That was his father, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so there's blurbs in here from the different stories. So if you hadn't read them, at least you would be able to get a little bit of extra information about Menzoberranzan without having to go back and reread those novels. Which I know you thoroughly enjoyed, right? They didn't give you a headache.
Yeah.
Okay. And here we have a poster, which, can you look at the camera? Is that showing up at all?
It's kind of showing up.
Kind of showing up?
It's really shiny.
Okay. So this looks familiar. This is the front of the box. Looks like with a matron mother and some male drow guards. And, we would get these things, right? We would put them up on our wall, and we were all getting dates the next day, I swear. The girls were crashing through the windows. So do you want to put this up on your wall? Because they'll have to climb up to the second story to get to you, but it's foolproof. No? Okay, well, we'll try later. some awesome maps. And this is no joke. This is always my favorite. Maps. I love maps. I have bought things just to get maps. Although, what do you think of this map?
It looks very useful. I can tell exactly where I'm going by looking at this.
Oh, the sarcasm drips with this one. Yeah, because I mean, this may not have been the best map, but realize that it's an alien world, right? And things just don't really, things aren't planned out. The engineering committee in Menzoberranzan don't have a lot to work with. They're in a cavern. There's a lot of mushrooms and flora and fauna in there. And so, plus they're seeing in the infrared spectrum, right? Mm-hmm. So imagine if you had to build a house seeing only in the infrared spectrum. Your map would probably look the same. So let's not be critical of others, okay? And I believe this is also a listing of the various houses. Uh-huh. And probably the hierarchy there in Menzoberranzan. Another wonderful map. Okay, quick. Where are you? You are lost in Menzoberranzan, and you see this by this.
There.
Okay, you see this on the side of a stalactite. Stalagmite? Yeah, stalagmite, because you wouldn't be on the
spiky thing.
Yeah, you wouldn't be on the ceiling. And you look at it, and it says you are here. So what's the nearest object that you would be able to find?
This, I think.
And what is that?
Temple to Lolth.
To Lolth?
Uh-huh.
And Lolth was?
Spider demon god.
Spider demon god. In that order?
No.
Or was she a spider god demon?
Spider demon.
Or a god demon spider? Anyways, she was bad, right?
Yeah.
Evil. And another, what did you call it? Useful map? Good lord. So,
Big spider.
Right. So another thing about second edition was they thought you were going to put these things up on your wall. So a lot of city maps like Waterdeep and Menzoberranzan were multiple sections that you would, have to put together to make a cohesive map. And nobody had a table big enough to do this, so we would have to put it on the floor, and eventually our dogs or our parents would step on it and totally ruin them. So, and then lastly we have a 3D rendition of House Banner. I can never pronounce them. How do you think that's pronounced?
House
Boner? Boner?
Bonra.
Bonra? House Bonra. So the RE indicates what?
I have no idea.
That I believe the language of Drow are French. So all Drow must speak French. Oh, I'm showing this to you. I should be turning it around the other way.
Yeah.
But here we are. So bringing this around. So it's a 3D rendition. So this was nice. This kind of would give you an idea of what it is down in that alien world of the Drow and the Underdark. A lot of times it's hard to imagine, even in the writings of the books, to get an idea of what it's like down there. But this kind of does a decent job and is in relatively good shape, to be honest, for something that is so many years old. Maybe 5, I think. Oh, shit. And one thing your dad definitely is...
What?
A master of refolding maps. And then finally, we have the back of the box.
The best part.
The best part, which, essentially home of Dritsto Erden, famed city of the Drow of the Underdark. Does that seem like a... Home of Dritsto Erden and famed city of the Drow of the Underdark.
Home of the Dritsto Erden of the Drow of the Underdark.
of the famed city,
Yeah.
of the Underdark, of the Drow,
Of the Drittstor.
of the Drittstorn. Exactly. So there we are. And this was published, let's see here. It's the date on here. God, this was $30 back when it came out. 1992. So yes, this would definitely be about the time that, you know, my friends and I were discovering new and different things, such as, you know, well, things that teenage boys usually discover. Those listening or watching, get your mind out of the gutter. Even my son. So here we are. So what do you think, Noah?
It's good.
What do you think? So you on a scale of it's good, it's okay, okay,
It's
it's So you how many do you give it?
8 uhs.
8 All right. Well, there we are. Video number 2 of a very where's the lid? There we go. Of a very unprofessional unboxing by 2 people who have no idea what they're doing, but they're doing it just for fun, right?
Yeah.
So, hope you had a good time, and hopefully the next one that I unboxed was the one that I meant to do. What do you think? So, we'll see you all next time, and yeah. So, if you like more of these, maybe my son will help out again, give his wonderful commentaries, and I will definitely try to say less uhs again. You were supposed to tell me to stop saying uhs. It's all your fault. If I get too many thumbs down because of the uhs, I'm going to blame you, and it's going to be the end of you. I swear. Go to your... All right, take care, and the next video coming up will probably be with Taylor, and we'll be unboxing another fun Kickstarter with her. Take care, everyone, and we'll talk to you all, or we're not talking to them. See, tell me when to stop, Noah.
Stop.